Okay, we are up and running. Woohoo! Okay, we're going to switch over to Twitter here just for a second. We are owning our money. Hey, welcome everybody here. We're on day one. Can you see that? Where is it? Okay, with our Ditch Your Debt Challenge, day one. Welcome everybody. I love it. Bring on the hearts, bring on the follows. Hey, we have a lot of folks on already. Hello. When you introduce yourself, tell me your name as well. Valacy Kennedy. Just made me think of it. So tell me your name and where you're from, because many of you are just joining here with our Ditch Your Debt Challenge. Tia. Hello, Tia. Fantastic. Hi, Samantha. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop Amy McLaughlin in Hawaii. Oh my God, that is so cool. It's Ashara and Janelle from New Jersey. Hello. Hello, Trudy. Hello, Tamara. Hello, Shirley from Littleton. Oh my gosh, so fun. Thank you. Hi, Samantha. Hi, Valacy from Newark. I was actually just in New York City just the other day. So I am going to try something super cool. And then if it works, hello, Carol from Lowell. Awesome. So this is so funny. We have like so many local folks, and we have so many folks who are coming in from all over the place. Okay, so this is what I'm going to try and do today. From New Orleans. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. I love that. My family's actually from New Orleans, as an aside. I am going to post the link in our group. So then that way, if for some reason you don't make it one day, but honestly, it is so much more fun to join live. But if you can't make it one day, or try this link directly, and then you guys can tell me if the link works. Oh, I just missed somebody else who just popped up. Let's see here. Oops, come in. There we go. Okay. I think I got it. Okay, Shakima, New York. PJ from DC. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I agree. Okay, here we go. Let's see. There we go. I think we got it going on. Okay. And then for those of you who are online, you can tell me. I'm actually going to, let's see if I can flip this. No, I probably don't want to flip it at this point. Oops, sorry. I think I might try flipping it the other way so that, hello all. Okay, so I am trying the new landscape format. So you guys are going to have to tell me if you like the new landscape format, if you don't, or what the scoop is. Okay, we like the hearts. That's good. Hi, everyone. Hi, Yasmin from New Jersey. Okay, so I'm trying the new landscape format. And the reason why I like it is that I'm hoping that then we can potentially post the link into your page for day one. Hi, Kim. Awesome. Hi, Aaliyah from New Jersey. Awesome. So that when I do it landscape, when I do it sideways like this, it will just post a lot better into YouTube and just everywhere we would want to use it. So welcome everybody to day one. Give yourselves a big cheer, I want to have some music queued up. I'll see if I can do that while we're talking, because you guys had some awesome songs. Yay! Feel free to cheer yourselves there. Thanks for the hearts. See if I can get some fun music going on in the background. We got Pharrell. Let's see, whose song is this? This is Amy's song today, and Amy's on the line. Yay! See if I can show you the video is kind of from him on The Voice. Oh, this is an ad. Oh my God, I cracked myself up. Okay, hold on a second. Let's get some music going here. Let's hear Freedom. So this was Amy's song. So what I'm going to do each day is pick your songs, your new Ditch Your Debt theme songs, cue them up, and get them ready to go when we do these daily periscopes. So this is a little bit of Pharrell's Freedom going on in the background. I'm going to wait until it kicks up. We're going to do a quick little dance party. And then I'm going to be here to answer your questions. So make sure you check your email for the day one. And if you had a chance to watch my video, that's great. What I've done in the video is, this is a good song, Amy. I like it. Kind of makes you move. To answer your questions live here in Periscope, and then post a little comment so that I know you're still there and that this is working, because you guys got really quiet all of a sudden. But just say hi again. Okay, hearts make me feel better. They make me feel like you guys are still there. So pull up your day one. Okay, maybe I'll lower this and play a little bit in the background. Oops. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. I'm just trying to lower it. Okay, still here. Okay, good, 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 good. Amy, did you hear your song? Very fun. Okay, it's a little bit hung up. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna lower it and keep it like a little bit of like background music. Okay, good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about day one. It's called Discover What's Real. And if you had a chance to watch the video, fantastic. If you haven't yet, not a problem. I would highly recommend that you watch it. What I've done is I've just learned over time. Let me introduce myself actually. My name is Belinda Rosenblum. I run a company called Own Your Money at ownyourmoney.com. And I've been leading this company and really leading the charge to help thousands of people to find their place of power and freedom with their money and leave behind the judgment and the shame and the guilt and just all of those negative feelings that we hold on around money that keep us scarce and keep us lacking, and instead have us step into this place of gratitude and freedom. So it's so perfect that we're playing freedom here in the background as we get going. And so I decided to do this Ditch Your Debt Challenge. And for those of you who just jumped on Periscope directly, make sure that you join in. Here's the link, as many of you know who are on. I'm hoping you can all see the link straight, but it's at ditchyourdebtchallenge.com. So join us. Today is day one. And that's awesome. Here, I'll post it again so you can see it. There we go, ditchyourdebtchallenge.com. And I put it in the title of the scope, so that for those of you who are just joining in, you could join us. So I, let's see, over 8 years now, I mean, I've literally helped people make or save or pay off debt to the tune of over $3 million at this point and counting. And so we're actually going to do a quick survey that you'll see later this week with how, what your situation is like and how much debt you have. And then we're going to see what changes have happened over this 10-day period that you're going to be playing with me. And with, honestly, the 1,000 people that are all taking this challenge together. Just a little bit of an overview of how it's going to work. Every day you'll be getting an email from me first thing in the morning, Eastern Time, and it will include a link to the video and the web page that has your assignment, and it will also have any table or any exercise. It'll have a fun quote. It'll have everything that you need in that day one, day two, day three. Excited. Awesome. Welcome. I think you're Tia, so thanks very much. That's fantastic. It is fantastic. I've just been really just so excited that I get to be able to do this work. So with day one, in this so how the days are going to work with the Ditch Your Debt. Clearly, I'm so excited. I can barely control myself, and you guys are totally on board with me. It's so fun. So the way it's going to work is that every day, Monday through Friday, you're going to get lessons, right? So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to get more of the strategic, tactical lessons of things to go and do around money. And then Tuesday, Thursday of each week, you're going to get things that are a little bit more grounded in gratitude and really helping to shift your mindset to this whole new level and literally help us break up with our debt and start to create a new life together. So I can't wait for you to really dig in as we progress these days. Be patient. You will get one each day, and then we'll get some kind of catch up over the weekend. And then week 2 will start next Monday, and then you'll get Monday through Friday next week. Yay! Bring it on. I love you guys. So fun. So day 1 now is called Discover What's Real. And I'm just going to kind of summarize it for you and then give you a chance to ask your questions. So day 1 is really all about first believing that it's possible for you. So much of the time what happens is that we just get really stuck in this is the way it has to be, and this is what our comfort zone is around debt. And then we don't really allow ourselves to step into the power and the gratitude of what we have and empower ourselves to be able to pay off our debt and move forward in our life. And I'm really passionate about all of you paying off your debt, because what I've learned is that when you are holding on to debt, what happens is not just are you paying for your current expenses, but you end up also keeping your past in your current and really taking away from your future, right? Or taking away from your present, and taking away also from your future, because it's literally taking money that you aren't able to save or to give, and it's requiring you to use it to pay off that old couch or just pay off past choices that you've made. So I've just found that it's so important to really, great, I'm so glad that you all are on board, and thanks for all those hearts, that you really step into this place where you believe that you deserve to have all of your debt paid off and that you're willing to move forward to make that happen. I talk about a comfort zone that we have. And so if you just take a moment and you hold out your arms like this, I'm trying to do it so that you can all see, it's the beauty of Periscope, right? So hold out your arms like this, and then what you allow in to the center, okay, into here, is really all of the success and wealth and love and freedom and fun and everything that you allow yourself to have into your life. It all has to fit into this comfort zone. Now, your arms serve as the fear, essentially, and the fear is what holds in the success and everything that you want to allow yourself to have in your life. All has to fit here. So if we're able to start to expand your comfort zone, to allow more of the juiciness of life in, right, and let go of that scarcity and lack, then this is when you really get to step in and take control of your money and your life. That's why I called the Facebook group Own Your Money, Own Your Life, because I really do find them so closely related. And then the second step of today is to know the facts. And so I created a simple know the facts table, and we've actually received a few requests for the table in Excel, so I'll be posting that up later today as well. And to know the facts, because much of the time, a lot of the fear comes in the not knowing, and then the not knowing spirals, and it just creates more inadequacy when it comes to our finances. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are so excited about knowing the facts. So this is what I want you to do. I want you either to pull out your recent statements, okay, because you can get your balances and your current amounts that you need to be paying off there. You can go online. So like I have a credit card with Chase, and I'm on Chase Online all the time, every week, if not more frequently, to be checking over what's there, checking over the balance. And there have been times, full disclosure, that I'll carry a credit card balance, right? But I do it very intentionally, right? And I have a plan to be able to pay it off. And when I don't, it's interesting, I feel uneasy, right? I feel distracted in my life because I feel like this is weighing over me. And so I want you all to think about what the impact is of having that debt for you. And that's why one of the columns in your Know the Facts table is the emotional charge that you have with it. There was a client that I helped, Kimberly, and for her it was a matter of paying off debt and raising her credit score. And it was interesting, just within the last 2 weeks, she's in my Rich Life Mastery program. It's my 6-month group that I mentor. And her score went up, I want to say it was 96 points, and now all of the debt is mapped out with a very clear strategy of what she's going to do to pay it off. And she said, I essentially felt like I was going to have debt till I died. You check your statement daily, so you know what I'm talking about, Samantha. And so then it's no problem for you then to go online, right? Oh, so bottom line with Kimberly is she felt like she was going to have debt till she was going to die. Now it's all going to be paid off within 3 years. I want to say at this point now, she was on a 3-year plan, so it's probably even more like 2.5 years by this point. And awesome, I know, so excited for her. And her credit score went up 96 points with this new strategy, with this new plan, and with the debt being paid off because she was too high in her utilization. So when you complete your Know the Facts table, I mentioned you can go online. I mentioned you can look at your statements. The other option that I've had clients do is just literally take your credit card, call the number on the back of the card, and ask them the questions that you need to fill out the table. The table has very basic things. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. The table has basic things like adding your credit or loan name, the balance due, the total credit line on the card, the interest rate that it's at, and should we focus on one debt statement at a time? Essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to collect them all today. This is what day one is all about, Peaches. And I love that nickname. Or maybe that's your name. That's a fun name too, actually. So you want to, let me back up a step. When you fill out the table, okay, yes, you will be filling it out one line item at a time. So go through each one, say number one, in my example is with Chase, what's your balance due, the total credit line, the interest rate that you have now, and if it's a promotional rate, what it's going to go up to, your minimum monthly payment, and your emotional charge. You're going to do one line item at a time. And then over this 10 days together, I'm going to help you be, let me get to that in just one second in terms of student loans. Then I'm going to be helping you on day 3, on Wednesday, prioritize. We're going to reorder these in terms of, are we adding collection accounts or judgments to the table? Let me talk about that in just a second, Mommy. Mommy of D&D. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to fill out this table, okay? And if you need to call, if you can't get, yes, Shakima, there's definitely a way for you to watch once it's over. I do have that challenge sometimes too when I watch other people's Periscopes. I made sure that I'm online and have a good signal, so I don't think it's from me, but it might be from wherever you are. And if you can get on Wi-Fi to be watching these, that is definitely your better bet because you'll just keep a more consistent, higher level thing there. And let's see, I was trying to see. Yeah, I have all the bars on my Wi-Fi. So I'd say it's going to be important to see where you can get it. So a couple of things. So yes, you can watch it. It works best to watch it within 24 hours after in Periscope. So essentially, if you're not following me yet, you go to this little guy here in the corner. There it is. And you click on the little head, and then you make sure that there's a check that you really are following me. And then if you're following me, what happens is that you will essentially have a link in your feed that will show this exact Periscope as soon as it's over, and then you can just watch the replay and you can just watch it straight through in its entirety. Just know that if you have to stop it, sometimes when you restart it, it makes you go to the beginning. So you just want to do it when you have a little bit of a chunk, or worst case, you'll just see the first 15 minutes over again, and you'll just, or 10 minutes, or whenever you happen to tune off of it and then come back into it. Okay, so we need to have you fill out the table, fill it out for each line item, and then make sure that you total it at the bottom. Now, I got a couple of questions from folks. One was, do I include things that are in collections or judgments? I would say generally yes, because we want to have you really stay in full integrity and just get those things paid off. So, but when you prioritize them, we will actually likely prioritize the items higher up that we need to be, I'm going to answer your question in terms of student loans next. So I want you to have on here the items that, or the items that we'll be prioritizing higher on Wednesday will probably be the ones where you're current, and we want to make sure that you stay current, okay? And so we want to make sure that we have some focus on those. And to the extent that things are in collection or there's judgments, those we can probably settle for less. And so then there's going to be another day where we're going to talk about negotiating down interest rates and potentially negotiating down balances. Okay, so now 2 questions that are great questions. One that just came in terms of including a home equity line of credit. So, and do we include student loans? Let me answer those 2 right now. So I would say yes, include your home equity line of credit, particularly if it was generated from, well, 1, if you really want to get it paid off, but 2, if it was generated from, say, a consolidation of your credit card debt, or, if the interest rate isn't, is creeping up and you want to make sure that that gets paid off. If the home equity line, if you have a lot of equity in your house, let's say, and you have other credit card debts, then what will probably happen is that we'll likely just prioritize the other credit card debts higher, that probably have more emotional charge for you, that have higher interest rates. And so we'll likely just tackle those first. But much of the time I see home equity lines getting tapped when people just need cash for things. I had a couple, I'll just tell you a really quick story here, that they were noticing. And the pattern that they were noticing was that they were tapping into their home equity line or their credit cards a few $1,000s at a time, but essentially they were using it to kind of keep up with life, to pay for vacations, to pay for some medical expenses. And so they said, this is getting to be a little bit too much for comfort. So they said, they came to me essentially, and they said, you know what, something's not right here. And I said, okay, first step is what you're doing today, is to know the facts. So I had them go and look at each of their credit cards and look at their home equity line. And in 3 years, it had come to almost $80,000. And this is how it happened. I'm going to grab my calculator and show you real quick. I have a monster size calculator. You guys can all laugh at how big my calculator is. It is literally bigger than my whole face, but that's okay. So, so essentially what happened was they were tapping it for about, I know, wow, right? It's funny. I've had that since I was like, so I'm a CPA originally, and I was a CPA for nearly 15 years. And then I started this 8 years ago. I'm way older than I look. And so so I essentially had this calculator the whole time, and now I just kind of keep it with me and put a little own your money sticker on the back. So they were essentially tapping it for about $2,000 every month on average. And it wasn't always for the same things, but it all accumulated. So let's do some quick math together here. So $2,000, yeah, I know, right? $2,000 for 12 months is $24,000, okay? So 2,000 times 12, $24,000, right? Then what would happen is this was over 3 years, okay? So 3 years gets you to $72,000. Now you add a little bit of interest in there, and holy cow, that's how it got to $80,000 within 3 years. So they use their home equity line to live, essentially, kind of like they use their credit cards. So in that case, it was absolutely count your home equity line. I have other clients that maybe use their home equity line when they were doing home renovations, and instead of refinancing, they put it to their home equity line. So in that case, if you want to get it paid off, then yes, you can include it, but we could also include it and treat it like we have our mortgage. Now, student loans. The last question that I think I got that I'm behind on, I will answer. And then if there's more, you guys can certainly, guys and gals can certainly ask me more. So, student loans. Now that's an interesting one, right? I think what's going to happen is we can put it on here because for many of you, we just want to get it paid off. We know that it's weighing on you and we just want to get it paid off. Now, oh, you know what? I should tell you the bottom line. So that couple that came to me with $80,000, what we realized with them is that they were essentially bringing in $6,000 every month and spending $8,000 every month. That's where that $2,000 came from, that they were living beyond their means. And it wasn't every month, so it wasn't so obvious to them. So what we did was we right-sized their $8,000 down to $6,000 and then even a little bit below so that they had some cushion. And we had to use some of that. We created more cushion. We used a portion of it to be paying down their debt. And then we had them on a 5-year plan. And then they were just thrilled that now this debt that they had gotten so out of hand and was really going to be jeopardizing their home, their kids' college funds, everything was now going to be right-sized. We didn't just Band-Aid the problem, we fixed the problem. Yay! Love the hearts. Thank you, thank you. And then they got their whole life in order, and we created a plan for them to be paying off their debt. So, okay, back to student loans. So I would say put it on there, but generally when we prioritize your debt, we look to be prioritizing the highest interest rates, which are usually your credit cards, even above your home equity line first. I will say that I have seen some student loans that have had kind of high interest rates. It really just depends on when you when you got them and if you've been paying them currently and all that sort of stuff. The good part about putting them on there, though, is that you can use a lot of the same tactics that I'm going to be talking about when I talk about all the options that you have. And we're going to go through that over the 10 days together. You can start to use some of these to also fast track paying off some of your student loan debt. What I will say, though, is that oftentimes what I'll have people do is first get their credit cards right-sized, paid down, higher payments, be building yourself cushion savings. I don't love calling it emergency savings because then I feel like it kind of welcomes in emergencies, which I'm not a fan of. So, and then we look to fast track our student loans. But oftentimes I do find that it's helpful for you to know the facts of your student loans, because when you don't, it just feeds that not knowing, and it has you feel less effective and powerful when it comes to your money. So that is those are all the questions that I think I got asked so far. So that's the scoop. So day one is really about just knowing the facts, getting it all down on paper or your computer, whatever that looks like, and make sure you total it. You're very welcome. Make sure that you total it, because it doesn't just help to have it on each line item. I actually want you to know how much the total nut is that you need to be addressing. Okay, because then once you can really just wrap your arms around it, the reality is that it's often not as much as it feels like when it's weighing on us. I mean, sometimes I'll hear from people that their debt just feels like a noose around your neck even. So whatever it is, it's just so important that we find the space for you to be able to believe that it's possible, and then to tackle it and to feel like we're really hitting it head on, with this whole team of people. Should we include savings that you'd like to save? No, because it's not really debt, which is really what the table is meant to do. But what I would say, Peaches 54, is that I would have you note it somewhere. You might want either print out these, start a journal, to go with what you're learning each day, and note there how much you want to be saving. And when you're looking at it, I would say you can look at it for the year, then start to chunk it down. Look at it for the month, and even chunk it down for the week or the day in terms of what it is that you want to be saving, so that we can really make sure that you're that you're keeping it on your radar screen. So when we're going to talk about generating extra cash, then you, Peaches, and I'm sure there are lots of other people watching, can use it can use that extra cash to start to generate some. Hold on one second. Okay, great. I don't know. I just got a weird message from Periscope, but so that you can be keeping it on your radar screen to be using some of what you're learning today to be generating extra cash for yourself. So, okay, what other questions do we have before we go? Because I want to keep it, you're welcome. I want to keep this all very palatable so that people feel like they can keep up every day. And I want to do these periscopes to really have an opportunity to connect with you. This is a funny little question, but I'm looking at what I think is the camera lens on my iPhone. Can you guys tell me, or does it feel like I'm looking at you? Is the table available via email? So tell me if it feels like I'm looking at you. If it feels like I'm looking at you, then this is all working well. Yes. Okay, good. Sometimes I feel that people look at themselves on the screen, and then it always feels like they're looking somewhere else. So I really try and have a conversation with you directly. Okay, so I will put the Excel version into your Facebook group, and I will have it posted up on day one, so that when you check back tomorrow, let's say by day 2, you'll be able to go back to day 1 and it will be there, and we'll likely actually just post it up later on today. So awesome. Thanks for all the yeses. Now I know that it's all working well. And what was I going to say? What about starting a budget spreading plan? When will we get to this part? What's the Facebook group? Oh, Mimi. Okay. I thought you were in the Facebook group. So the Facebook group is, well, hold on. First off, if you don't know about the Facebook group, then it means you probably didn't get our email. So if you go to ditchyourdebtchallenge.com, then you can join literally the 1,000 people that are all embarking on this challenge together. Okay. In that, once you sign up for the ditchyourdebtchallenge.com, in that email, that confirmation email you would have gotten, is a link to the Own Your Money, Own Your Life Facebook group. It won't make any sense to, you can't see it. Mimi, email us at info@ownyourmoney.com, and we will check out your email address and make sure that you get set up. But essentially, you're searching for the Own Your Money, Own Your Life. I will go pop over there so that you can see what it looks like. And hold on. Okay, hold on. You went from landscape to portrait. That's super weird. Try turning your phone, Mommy. And we'll go from there. Okay, I'm going to come over and just let you guys see what the Facebook group looks like. There's the Facebook group. Okay, it's a closed group, but the title is Own Your Money. Here it is. Own Your Money, Own Your Life. It's a little bit cut off. There's me. And then I just posted the Periscope link here so that you could just watch it on your computer, or I prefer just to have you watch it on the phone, because then that way you can add hearts and ask me questions and all that good stuff. We end up having a ton of folks watching it on their computer, but then you don't get to correspond with me, so it's not as much fun. So for either of us. So thanks for the hearts. Any last questions here before we run? Today is all about knowing the facts and really discovering what's real and getting yourself out of that not knowing into a real place of power and action, and stepping into what could really be like when you ditch your debt. And yesterday, as to psych us up and get ready, we came up with theme songs for this challenge, so you could be listening to it each day when you're doing the assignment. And we're posting them on the Facebook group yesterday and today, so feel free to post up your song too. And let us know, this is the last piece here, let's see, let us know. These are the questions I asked you in today's assignment, so you can paste them in the group. You're ready to ditch your debt. Woohoo! What becomes possible when you know your numbers and decide that you can pay off your debt? So share your story with us, add hashtag ditch your debt, and let's all do this together. I am ready to, you are ready, we are all here together. We literally, if there's anybody else, you gave me the tools, now you're ready to get to work. Yay! Excited. Yes, I am so excited to be here too. I can't believe we're here. We've been planning for this now for a while. And here we are at day one. So fun. And if you have any friends actually or colleagues that you want to share it with, please feel free to share this Periscope. So you just swipe across or swipe up or down. Mimi, thanks so much for sharing it on Twitter. Now you can share it on Facebook, which I think will really help take this to whole new heights. You can share it on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter, and you can share it with your followers here on Periscope. I particularly love with the new app, and if you can share it on Facebook yet, then what you need to do is just update the app on your phone, and then you'll be able to share it on Facebook. And your friends can still join us too at the ditchyourdebtchallenge.com. So awesome, everybody. I'm going to run. I'm going to let you get going, and I will be back tomorrow. Every day this week, I'm going to be scoping at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So be sure to join me live. Check out the assignment before that, and then we're going to talk about it together, and I'll answer questions. I love this ability to be able to answer your questions real time. Plus, if you have any questions in between, post them up on the, you're welcome. This is awesome. I agree. Totally awesome. I'll be in the Facebook group answering your questions there, and feel free to answer each other's questions too. One of the things you'll learn about me is that community is really so much an important part of what I believe it takes to own your money and to own your life. So we're all going to be helping each other out in that way. Okay, everybody, take care. Have a wonderful day. Let's go discover what's real with day one of the Ditch Your Debt Challenge. For those of you who didn't join, jump on in at ditchyourdebtchallenge.com. And thanks very much. So excited. And be sure to share on Facebook now what's opening up for you when you're stepping into this believing and when you're really empowering yourself with the facts. Once again, I'm Belinda Rosenblum with Own Your Money, and I'm leading the charge here with our Ditch Your Debt Challenge. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks for all the hearts. Yay, there they are. There they are. Thanks, guys. I always leave it just for a few more minutes to wave and appreciate all of your hearts, and really just appreciate you. And I really appreciate the commitment that you're making for yourselves and for your family to, to step into this new life with money. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.